Hi, this is Sage Wisdom, and I'm here to do Capricorn's reading. Now, this reading is going to be a little different because I got on so late for you, Capricorn. It's going to be from now until April 15th. So, whenever you're viewing this video until mid April is when this video is good for. Okay, this is a general reading for the sun sign of Capricorn, but we're looking at moon, rising, and Venus signs also. All right, so I'm going in with my prayer. I'm going to the overall energy, going to the situation, the energies around you, aspects of that energy, what's testing the situation, aspects of the test, like what would happen if you pass the test, and outcome based on the current energies. Like, we all have free will, so it's subject to change depending on the choice or the direction you decide to go in. All right, let's get started. Thank you, God, for this opportunity to read for the sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign of Capricorn in terms of love, career, finance, spirituality, whatever wants to come through this for your highest good. I'm calling in protection, white light and love surrounding me, surrounding the collective at this time, asking for messages and energies only of the highest good. I'm asking for a clear and accurate channel. I'm calling in my spirit team for assistance, sending light and love to all those entities that's assisting me right now. Thank you, God, so much for this opportunity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, Capricorn. So the first card you have in your overall energy is that you're going to survive this. So whatever it is that you're going through, you're going to start looking at new solutions, okay? Look at a solution that's beyond what you're currently thinking of. They want you to start thinking outside the box in order to get yourself out of this stuck feeling that you're in, okay? They're saying if you're feeling stuck, to take comfort in knowing that there is a way out. Okay, so it's all a matter of shifting your thinking. So whatever it is that you were previously tied to or focused on, it's like you have to allow that to kind of release a little bit and allow the new ideal of what you want to move into your energy is what they're saying. Okay. All right. So the next card in your overall energy is Earth pulsing. It's talking about slowing down and taking time in nature. So in order to help you gain clarity, pull away from working so much, from doing that thing that you're so focused on, because you know how you are, Capricorn. You're real motivated, you're real structured, you want to get things done. But in order to gain some clarity or a new perspective on the situation, on how to handle it, you have to pull back, start going out into nature, get away from all that artificial light, those fluorescent lights, and on a computer, things like that, and go into nature and connect with Mother Earth and feel the energy, feel the pulse of Mother Earth, so that it can help you come up with a way to solve the problem that you're thinking on. Okay. Yeah. So basically, they're saying slow down. Okay. They're saying that spend time out in nature so that you can filter through your emotions, your feelings, to get a more clear idea of what you want. Okay. That's what they're saying. All right. So the next card in overall energy is talking about Earth School. So it's talking about life lessons and soul growth. Okay. And they're talking about life occurring in cycles. We go through different phases, and then one cycle will end and a new phase is going to begin. I kind of feel like you're on the tip of the one cycle ending and something new beginning for you. Okay. And what they're saying is, when these cycles come to an end, it's not all about what you did right. It's also about looking at the things that you didn't do, what you call right. Okay. And making adjustments where you see fit. But in order to do that, you have to actually examine yourself, which means go into that shadow and look at all your flaws and your faults too. That's how you're going to main energy right there. Okay. So understanding the different the different opposite ends of the spectrum. Sometimes I can't say certain words. Looking at the things that went right, looking at the things that went wrong, and looking at in the middle ways to things. Okay. That's what they're saying. All right. So you also have the release card here in overall energy. It's just talking about letting go, because the cycle is coming to an end. They want you to kind of release and let go, and they want you to kind of do it gracefully. Oh, hope that's not too loud out there. I'm sorry, like they're more in the line. So they want you to release anything that doesn't serve you. So as you're doing this review at the end of this cycle, anything that doesn't resonate or doesn't feel right anymore, release that, because keeping that energy in your energy field keeps you stuck in the mindset and the energy field that you're currently in, which you want things to change. So you have to look at the old habits that no longer serve you, or that you no longer want to engage in, and make things bigger and move on so your life can expand and be better. Like, look at her, like she's releasing, and as she released the old habits and old ways of being, she's expanding, so newness is coming into her life. That's the energy. All right, so then you have the darkness card that's right beside that card. And it's talking about you entering a time of introversion, where you're trying to figure out the next step. So it's like you go within and you do your shadow work. So that's looking at the good and the bad, looking at how you can make improvements. Okay, so it's almost like you plan it and you strategize. You're going back into the drawing board and you start to make a new plan for your life. Is what they're saying. All right, and what this is going to do is going to bring prosperity later on, because you're making a plan and you're getting everything mapped out in your mind and soul, being honest about what you want, releasing what you no longer want, that kind of thing. Okay, as you go through this process, you're going to notice that a lot of fears might come up, because when you're moving into anything new, whenever there's change involved, it's going to be that fear of the unknown, is what they're saying. So this is a time to be courageous, is what they're saying, because fear is only useful when it's trying to teach you something. So like how we see, when you're going into that darkness, which is your introspective, introverted mode, and you're looking at, the things that, that you didn't like, or the thing, how can I make improvements? You know what I'm saying? But that takes courage to do that, because it's hard for us to examine our own self and some people, it is easy to criticize yourself, but it's hard to constructively criticize yourself and try to find out a way to make things better. And that's what they want you guys to focus on. Okay, and it's going to require courage, because you're going to be looking at a lot of things that it's sometimes hard to look at. Okay, all right, so that is the overall energy. Now let's look at the situation. You got the temptation card, which is the devil card in traditional tarot. Okay, but this temptation card is your energy, so it's showing your energy really, really strongly here, is what they're saying. Okay, and what they're saying is you guys have a lot of fear and anxiety right now. It's like you're expecting the worst case scenario, and Spirit is saying, be careful that you don't make this a self-fulfilling prophecy. We want you to examine those things that went wrong, you know what I'm saying, but we want you to constructively critique yourself so that you can move into a different energy, a different space, is what they're saying. Don't allow your worry to grow out of proportion. Just refocus your thoughts. Whenever you feel a negative thought, okay, I could have did this a different way. Instead of focusing on the thing that you did wrong, think of a way that you could have improved on that thing, and let that be the thought that's dominating your mind. Okay, all right. So when I clarified this card, your overall energy, it clarified with the devil card, which I feel like this card is saying that you're able to break those chains and the negative thoughts and the feelings that's holding you back. That's what I feel like this is saying. You're able to move away from that energy, because you have the Knight of Swords right next to that. Move out of this energy of self-blame. Just look at the things that you didn't go right as a lesson learned, is what they're saying. All right, and just walk away. Learn how to let go when you need to let go. So if it was a person that you were involved with and things didn't work out, and maybe you felt like you saw the red flags, but you continue in the connection, all right, now you learned the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Don't kick yourself. You had to go through what you went through to understand something else about yourself. Because I always say relationships teach us about ourselves. So it's just what it is. But they want you to constructively deal with your hurt. Okay? Constructively deal with your hurt, because they feel that you're still angry, and they want you to release this anger so that you can open up to something better. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's also this energy here saying that it's important for you at this time to set boundaries with people. Don't let people overstep their boundaries with you. Okay, that's the energy that's here also. All right, now look at the energy that's around you. You have the Choose Wisely card, which is like the Seven of Cups in traditional tarot, and it's like you're confused on the next direction you should go in. So that's why they're saying go into that introspective mode in order to gain some insight and clarity. And the only way you can gain insight and clarity is if you're reviewing the past and what went wrong, and then learning how to make changes accordingly, is what they're saying. So it's like this energy where you're going back and forth in your mind about a situation. You're thinking about the things that went right, things that were happy, that were stable, and you're thinking about the things that made you feel trapped, or things that didn't make you feel so happy. It's like you're thinking on everything right now. And then you're thinking about, how can I move to this phase where I feel like I'm getting what it is that I want? And in order to do this, you kind of break free of the illusion that you're putting yourself in. And the illusion has to do with you. It's like a self-blame type of energy, or energy that's it's like whatever went wrong, you're focused on that too much, and then like you're blaming yourself for it. The Spirit is saying it was just a lesson, and I think the lesson had to do with you setting boundaries. But the other part of the lesson is breaking free of situations that no longer serve you. You don't have to stay constrained in a situation. You can move towards what it is that you want. It's almost like you have to redefine what it is that you want in order to overcome these obstacles. Okay, that's what they're saying. Communicate what it is that you want. Be clear on what it is that you want. And I feel like you're not communicating your truth. You're not being honest with yourself about what you want. And it's like a disconnect from another person too, but that's just making the hurt and stuff stay there. So maybe you need to communicate how you're feeling first before you completely break free of a situation, is what Spirit is saying. Okay? That's what they're saying. Yeah, it's like this energy where you're undecided. That's why they're saying choose wisely. But they're needing you to take a step out of the situation. So if that requires you to communicate to that person about how you felt, or have a conversation about what went wrong, do that. Because that might bring balance back to you, is what they're saying. Because right now, being in a state of kind of just being blocked off is making you not deal right, and is making things delayed. And is making you in this state where you can't come up with a solution, or you feel kind of stuck, or you feel trapped like that. That's the energy that I'm feeling. All right, so let's look at aspects of that. So the aspects is, you got the awareness card and you got the partnership and alliances. It's wanting to be aware of what this partnership was trying to teach you. Okay, be more aware. So get out in nature, like they were saying at the beginning, and try to breathe in the fresh air, breathe in the energy from Mother Earth, to try to gain some clarity on where you're at in the situation. Okay, look at the whole thing. Don't block off anything, is what they're saying. What they're saying that you're going to notice is that you kind of feel heartbroken. You're kind of sad about the separation, and you feel kind of lost, and you're kind of mourning, and that's okay. That's a normal part of anything. When something ends, you have to mourn it. You have to let it go. It's almost like the death of something, right? But they're also saying, don't let people use you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in this situation, I'm not gonna say you're right, because I hate saying right and wrong, but the decision you made is a decision that you want to stick by. But you kind of feel like, well, maybe I missed a person, or maybe I was too harsh. No, you have to set boundaries. Otherwise, you enable people, and they'll run over you to do whatever they want to do if you let them. You know what I'm saying? That's the nature of people. Okay. So they're saying, just take this time, continue to reflect back on the situation, gain some insights, and then just kind of just review everything carefully. Things are changing now, but it's changing for the better. It's going towards the area where you're going to start to get what you want once you shuffle through your thoughts that's going on in your head about whatever the situation is that came to an end. Okay. And it don't have to be a relationship. It could be a job situation. It could be an argument you have with a family member where you put some distance between them because you set boundaries. It could be whatever. But putting an end to the cycle will bring you victory. Okay. So you got the Ten of Swords. It's showing it's painful now. You know what I'm saying? It hurts, but it's okay. You're going to come out victorious. You're going to come out on top. Okay. The things that you want and how you want them, you can have, but you have to visualize it. And you have to be honest with yourself about what that is. That's what they're saying. Don't let people take advantage of you. You take your power back. Okay. Now let's look what's testing this situation for you. What's testing is that you're not feeling secure in a decision that you made. This is the base chakra. This is your root chakra. So it's your security or it could be like your passion. Something's been affected where you're not feeling happy. You're not feeling secure. They're saying that in order to gain stability, the stability that you're looking for back, you have to just be more plan carefully about what you want to do. Don't go into this based off of impulse, or based off of guilt, or based off of feeling sad, or based off of missing a person, or based off of questioning yourself. Really kind of take the time to review and reflect on what happened, and just make a plan before you take action. So look at all aspects of the situation, different scenarios, test out different scenarios in your mind about how you can go about remedying the problem to make you feel better. Just test it out in your mind, is what they're saying. Okay, but look at all the details, because they want to make sure that you're establishing something that's secure for yourself. Okay, that's what they're saying. So which requires you to make healthy choices. In order to make healthy choices, you have to be dedicated to being happy within yourself, even if at the risk of having to let somebody go or letting somebody else down, because you have to put yourself first, is what they're saying. It's about self-care. It's about self-love. That's what's really truly going to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? And not so much not dependent, but having this codependent tie with somebody where you feel like because they're not happy is affecting your happiness. No, really think about it. You know what I'm saying? If you were to do what they wanted you to do, or if you would continue to stay in that situation, would this be something that you can live with and you'll be content with? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. Okay? Is what they're saying. Yes, have faith because you can get what it is that you want. So right now, it's just in order to gain stability, they want you to take this time to reflect on what your next move is going to be. So just taking that break, the Four of Swords, the heal, the rest, you know what I'm saying, to gain clarity, taking your walk out in nature, connecting with Mother Earth, praying, meditating. And they're saying that's what's going to bring your passion back and bring you back to yourself. You're going to break free of this feeling constrained, feeling heartbroken from the situation, or feeling like empty, or like not getting what you want. You're working through all of this energy now, and you're doing this by taking the much needed time you need for yourself in order to gain your strength back, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So let's look at the aspects of this test. So the aspect is you emotionally, you're not feeling all that great. This is the sacral chakra. Emotionally, you're not feeling all that great. This is right up from the base chakra. But you're going to start to focus on your own feelings, your own happiness, and what it is that brings you happiness. That's the energy. But right now, it's like you're just trying to gain some clarity on where you should go. This energy is coming from the conflicts that another person or other people have caused you. It was like opposite opinions, like you had opposing opinions, or you had to walk away from drama, and you did. And you know what I'm saying? You made a choice and said the situation is really not worth my time. But now it's like you're second guessing yourself. Stand up for what it is that you believe is true. Okay. And start to make plans that's going to be for your highest good for the long term, is what they're saying. So just be patient as you kind of get clear on what's next for you. You don't have to make a decision right now. Of course, you're sad because you're separated from somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking on them, or you're yearning for them, or you're just unsure about your future, if this was a career change you made. Okay. And it's frustrating when you're going through something like that. You might lack confidence, and you know what I'm saying, and you're struggling with that lower energy. That's why you're in your shadow energy, and it's okay. You got to work through it, because as you continue to work through it, you're going to rebuild on something better. Okay. Be persistent, keep going, keep working through this, is what they're saying. Be strong, because you right now, you might feel like that you're at the lower end of this cycle because this phase is ending, but you're going to come out on top. Things are going to turn out the way you want them, but you got to get clear on what it is you want, and then things are going to start to work out for you, is what Spirit is saying. All right. All right. Let's look at the outcome based on the current energies. All right. Let's see what you got. As you allow the situation to end, and you allow yourself to experience the sadness or the grief that you're going through, you're going to realize, as you allow yourself to feel the pain, let it go through your body, but release it. Don't let it stay stuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay stuck. They want you to release it, let it flow. You're going to realize there's going to be a new opportunity for happiness. In this happiness, you're going to feel like lighter. You're going to feel more joy. You're going to feel like the weight is off your shoulders. Okay. You don't have to be all in these dramatic situations, is what Spirit is saying. You're going to have a new, beautiful emotional experience coming up. Okay. Whether that's a relationship, a new found relationship that you may get into, or just having more insight on a situation. Okay. It could be like a new home that you might move into, just anything, a new job that you might be moving towards, that's going to bring more stability, material harvest. You're going to be more getting what you want. Okay. And it's like you have options, is what they're saying to you. You have options, but they want you to make sure whatever your decision is, make sure it's not within that same pattern that you were in before, when you were in a situation that you wasn't too cool with. Okay. So just make sure it's that way, is what Spirit is saying. All right. Yeah. They want you to stop the pattern, is what they're saying. Yeah. So just take the time to get focused on what's going to bring you happiness before you make your choice. That's the energy of these cards. Okay. Focus on what it is that you think is going to bring you happiness before you make your choice on a direction. So right now, this is a time not to take action. It's a time of reflection right now, and figuring out, what went wrong, how to make things better going forward if I was in a similar situation, and that type of thing. All right. All right. So to end it, what they're saying is, don't look at the situation as like the thing didn't work out. Look at this as like a breakthrough. Now I can decide what I want to do, what's going to make me happy, not by other people's standards or society standards, but by my own personal preference, is what they're saying. All right. It's like the ending of a karmic cycle. It was some lessons that you had to learn. Of course, it was stressful. It was a lot of pressure. It was a job. It was a lot of deadlines. And you made a hard choice. but it's time. It's time for you to build on your happiness, is what's happening. Okay. Whatever the situation was that was emotionally draining to you, they're saying you can have something that's fulfilling. And that's just the energy right there. All right. Let me know if this resonated. If it did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you want something more personalized, check out my description box below and have information on how to get a personal reading if that's something you're interested in. Anyway, light and love. Stay safe out there.